Welcome back to my channel. Tonight's story is about a single mother who worked 3 jobs just to buy her son a piano, and years later, he played at Carnegie Hall. Maria came home every night exhausted. Her hands hurt, her feet burned, and sometimes she barely had enough energy to eat dinner. But no matter how tired she was, she always smiled when she heard the sound coming from the kitchen table. Tap, tap, tap. Her 10-year-old son Daniel would sit there for hours, pretending to play piano with his fingers on the old wooden table. The truth was, they didn't even own a piano, not even a keyboard, but Daniel dreamed about music every single day. One night, he looked at his mother and quietly asked, "Mom, what does a real piano feel like?" Maria paused for a moment. Her heart broke hearing that question, but she smiled softly and said, "Someday, sweetheart, you'll know." Maria was raising Daniel alone in a tiny apartment in Chicago. Every morning she worked at a diner. Every afternoon she cleaned office buildings, and every night she worked at a gas station until midnight. Some days she slept less than 3 hours. Bills kept piling up. The fridge was almost empty most of the time. But hidden inside her closet was an old coffee can, and inside that can, Maria secretly saved every extra dollar she could. It was her piano fund.
Daniel knew nothing about it. One afternoon after school, Daniel wandered into the music room by accident. For the first time in his life, he touched a real piano. His fingers trembled as they rested on the keys. Then suddenly, he started playing. Slowly at first, but then something incredible happened. Beautiful music filled the room. The music teacher stood frozen in shock. "Daniel, have you taken lessons before?" He shook his head. "No, ma'am. I just practice on tables." That night, the teacher called Maria and said, "Your son has a gift." Maria looked across the room at Daniel sleeping on the couch. Tears filled her eyes. "I know," she whispered. "I just can't afford his dream." Winter arrived early that year. One freezing night, Maria's car broke down after work, so she walked 2 miles home through the cold snow. As she passed a pawn shop, something caught her eye. An old upright piano sat in the window, used, scratched, worn out. Price, $900. Maria stared at it silently. Then she looked down at her cracked shoes and walked inside. For the next 4 months, Maria worked harder than ever before. Extra shifts, no new clothes, no coffee, no winter coat. Sometimes she cried quietly in the bathroom from exhaustion so Daniel wouldn't hear her. But every week she added more money to that coffee can, dollar by dollar, dream by dream. Finally, 3 days before Daniel's birthday, Maria bought the piano. When the delivery men carried it into their tiny apartment, one of them laughed and said, "Lady, this thing barely works." Maria smiled and replied, "It's perfect." That afternoon, Daniel opened the apartment door and froze. There it was, a real piano. His piano. He slowly walked toward it and touched the keys. Some notes sounded weak, some keys were chipped, but to Daniel it sounded like heaven. He turned around and hugged his mother tighter than ever before, and for the first time in months, Maria cried in front of him. Years passed. Daniel practiced every single day. Soon scholarships came, competitions came, then music school. And one cold evening in New York City, a young man in a black suit walked onto the stage at Carnegie Hall. The audience applauded as Daniel sat in front of a beautiful grand piano. But before he began playing, he pulled an old photograph from his pocket, a picture of his mother standing beside that broken piano years ago. Daniel looked into the crowd and smiled. Then he said, "My mother worked 3 jobs so I could have a chance to dream." The entire hall went silent.
She gave me music before I ever touched a piano." In the front row, Maria covered her mouth and began to cry. Daniel looked at her one final time. Then he started to play, and every single note sounded like "thank you."